grab some water or a snack, and we'll get started in a minute or two. Okay, Janie alerted me that you guys might not be able to hear me as well because of the music, but I just want to welcome you all here to Future Roo Day with UMKC. We are so excited that you are joining us. We're waiting on a few more of our panel or our participants to join us. So as we wait, just make sure you can get a drink of water or coffee or anything at your house, and we'll get started in about a minute or two. Okay, it looks like people are trickling in, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, we really appreciate you joining us this Friday morning from all over the place. It looks like we have lots of St. Louis, Kansas City, Olathe, Kearney, I think I saw, and Omaha, Nebraska. That's awesome. We are so happy that you all are joining us from all parts of the Midwest, it looks like. I don't know if I saw anywhere outside of the Midwest, but again, thank you for joining us. So during this Future Roo Day, we're really going to talk a lot about your next steps as an admitted student. So some of those things that we're going to go through. And then we want you to also connect with our academic units, some of the different offices on campus, info sessions, all of that. So again, you will use your agenda. We just sent you another one about 10 minutes ago. We'll want you to use that agenda to go through the day. But before we get started in talking about all of our next steps and the exciting parts about being at UMKC, I want to welcome our Assistant Vice Provost for Enrollment Management, Doug Swink, to share a little bit about why he loves UMKC and also just an inside scoop on UMKC and the fall 2021.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. As Andy said, my name is Doug Swink. I serve as the Assistant Vice Provost for Enrollment Management. And it's my pleasure to welcome you today and just let you all know that you have made an excellent choice in becoming a Roo at UMKC. And we are just so excited to have you on campus this fall. And we are excited that, you know, we're kind of moving through this pandemic now and things are looking a little more normal for that fall experience. And I think you're going to be very happy that, you know, our classes and those kind of things are moving back into on-campus mode. And that's all really great trends, and we're excited about that. But with that, I just want to take a few minutes to talk a little bit about UMKC. And we are Kansas City's university through and through. And we have really great ties and partnerships with all of this community across the Kansas City metro area. And that's just going to add to your experience as you become a student on our campus. In addition to that, I hope that at some point you've been on campus for a tour. And if you haven't had that ability, I really encourage you to try to get on campus sometime this summer. There's always opportunities to tour, but we have one of the most beautiful campuses located right here in the heart of Kansas City. And sometimes when you think about a campus that's more urban, you kind of think about, oh, it's just all concrete and those kind of things. But you know, that's what I love about this campus. It's really a beautiful campus, space with grass and trees and a quad and everything. And so that's just going to add to your experience as a student. In addition to that, we have a state-of-the-art student union that you're going to be able to get really engaged in this fall. Our library is a really great study area with lots of private study area or team meeting rooms. And then, of course, we have our wonderful Sweeney Recreation Center that allows you to, you know, take off some of that energy from your classes. And we do have a pool that's retractable that is indoor, outdoor. So a lot of great things that are going to be here as you start that journey. In addition to that, the other thing I just love about this campus is our diversity. And I think that's going to be something that you're going to value as well as you become a student here. We have around 8% international students, and that also adds into our mix of our residents here and really sets you up nicely as you go into the job market, having all that diversity and background and just kind of thinking about things from all different lenses. I also want to focus on just a few other things, and that is we are all here about student success. And so as you begin that journey from day one, we're going to equip you with the tools that are going to make sure you are successful. And that's going to be from our academic advising that you're going to get paired with as you start that course planning process. We have many classes that offer supplemental instruction. So that's out of the classroom time to spend with a student that's already mastered that subject, and they help with a lot of different trainings and study sessions and those kind of things. And then, of course, we have all sorts of other academic resources. We have a really great career services team that's here to help make sure you're job ready once you're out of school. And then, of course, our faculty, they're all going to be here for you as well. And as you, you know, enroll over the summer, I just really encourage you next fall to get to know your faculty, take advantage of their office hours. That's going to set you apart as you start to get into your studies and staying engaged in classes. The last area I want to highlight would just be our campus life. And we have just a really great team here at UMKC that works really hard to put on a lot of different programming for you as a student, so activities outside the classroom. And that's run through our Office of Student Life and then our Multicultural Student Affairs office as well. So we have over 300 different student organizations. And so there's something that you will find. And if you don't find one, if we don't have an organization that maybe it's a passion of yours, you can create one. So lots of opportunities. Everything I just talked about is all built on a culture of care here at UMKC. And as a campus, we're going to meet you where you are as a student to make sure you're supported both academically, through that student experience and staying engaged. So just look for all of that to just help with your journey here as a Roo. In kind of closing, I also want to just say that we are a campus that is built on technology, and we all love technology, and we have lots of different tools here for you as a student that will also help make sure you're successful. Some of those tools include UMKC Connect, and you may start to receive information about these, the orientation and various things over the next few weeks. But UMKC Connect is a system that we help with, all the advisors use to help take notes and make sure that you're staying on track and there's no issues with you as a student. And then of course, we've got a really innovative degree planning tool. So it also helps you plan out your courses over the next 4 to 5 years. And then we use our Canvas system, which is the learning management piece where the faculty have interactive tools in there as well for you. So again, we're very innovative and excited about that. And that's going to help with your journey here and eventually earning your degree. So in closing, today is about you. Let us know how we can help you and make this an awesome experience. We look forward to interacting with you with orientation over the summer, and then with all the activities as we welcome you as an official Roo this fall of 21. I also want to just give a shout out to my team that helped put this program on today. So thank you to them and the students you're going to meet from UMKC, and have a great Friday. And thank you again for being here this morning.
Yes, thank you so much, Doug. And Doug mentioned a lot of different spots around campus, and you'll get to see some of those spots in our virtual tour. So get excited for that. Okay, well, and I also didn't introduce myself at the beginning. So hi, my name is Annie. I'm our Assistant Director of Special Events. So I work closely with a lot of our different event programs within our Office of Admissions, and I also coordinate our orientation programs. So I will talk more about new student orientation throughout this slideshow. So if you have questions, let us know. Hopefully we'll clear up any questions you might have about, again, those next steps and our orientation process for this summer. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm assuming a lot of you have gone through one of our Roo visits, maybe come to campus and taken a tour and everything. So I just want to refresh you all on some quick facts about UMKC. So we have 124 different degree options. So many different degree options for you. And what that really means is if you know what you want to do, that's great. You can really go into a degree path that you know that you're interested in and that you want to pursue. But also if you're still looking, you're still interested in kind of exploring your options, we have opportunities for that as well. So students can always major in our exploratory programs, which is under our University College unit. And so that's a way where you can really take lots of different classes and learn about a lot of the different majors we have and what kind of career path that is. So I always want to shout out an exploratory major path just because some of us don't always know, or we might have a lot of different interests. And so lots of different options with our degree options. Okay, we have a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio and an average class size of about 26 students. So we know that transition from high school to college, community college to college, or just transitioning from another university to UMKC, no matter what, that transition, it can be difficult. So we really try to keep our class sizes smaller. We try to keep it at a good ratio so you can get to know your professors, you can get to know the students in the classroom. And we think that making those connections can really help in that transition. Doug mentioned a little bit about student organizations, over 300 clubs and organizations. Wow, we have a lot. And so there's most likely something there for you. If there's not one that you're interested in, or maybe you see there's a gap and we need another organization in a certain area, you can create one with 10 of your friends. So definitely check out our different ways to get involved. It really makes the campus a bigger place where you can get to know people outside of your majors, outside of maybe your on-campus job. And we do have a student involvement session, an info session, where they're going to talk a lot more about how to get involved on campus. Okay, we are Division I, part of the Summit League. We have 14 teams at UMKC, so lots of different ways to cheer on our Roos. All games are free for students on campus, so you can watch a soccer game or a basketball game for free, and they're always doing giveaways. Sometimes there's free food, so our Roos are fun to cheer on during the sports seasons. Okay, we are a very diverse place. We have over 70 countries represented on our campus. And so you will definitely be able to get to know people from all different walks of life on our campus, which is great. And then Doug mentioned again that we are an urban campus, and there's so many great things about our campus being in Kansas City, and we really think it's so important. All of the different companies and professionals that UMKC students are able to connect with while they're on our campus. So internships, jobs, getting a job after you graduate, the prospects are high being in Kansas City and at our urban campus. So those are just some of the fun facts, UMKC by the numbers. I also want to share this video for you all. It'll kind of get you hyped up. I know it's a Friday morning, so get you excited for the weekend and also UMKC.
If anything, it has given me the opportunity to connect.
UMKC is taking me to be able to do something with my passions and with my dreams. It helped me learn what I wanted to do.
I tell people all the time I'm majoring in being happy. When I wake up, I can't believe that I'm even at this point in my life. I love it. I guess where UMKC is taking me next is to explore that passion even more.
Honestly, UMKC is taking me places that I've never been before. It's been the best experience I've ever had.
It's inspired me to kind of do the next unthinkable thing, even if it sounds like impossible.
That just sums it all up.
Okay, hopefully that got you excited to see all of our students enjoying campus. Okay, let's talk about those next steps to enrollment. So these are the next steps that you need to take to become a UMKC student in our fall 21 class. Okay, so we mentioned this a little bit earlier with some of your UMKC technology. So at UMKC, we have lots of different ways to log into our systems. And so the main thing that we first ask you to do is set up your username and register your security data. So what that is it's a single sign-on, it's an SSO, and it's a combination of letters. So everyone should have received that when they received their admitted student email. And information on how to register their data. So the SSO is something that you'll use across a lot of our different systems. So Doug was mentioning Connect. You might have seen something with Pathway already. That's how you register for classes and pay your bills. Even your email is the string of the SSO letters. So that's really important. And that is definitely the next step into making sure you have all of UMKC's systems. You can sign into them. So again, when you set up that SSO, you'll want to activate and check your UMKC email. We'll start to send some emails there in this transition phase from you as an admitted student to getting you enrolled in classes. we'll try to email you to both your personal email address that you used when you applied to UMKC and also your UMKC email. So we try to send all of your orientation emails to both of those. So just make sure you're looking at both. And then you'll also set up your information in Pathway. And again, Pathway is where you'll register for classes during summer orientation. You'll see your grades, you'll review financial aid, scholarship, and pay those bills. So those are some of those systems. Next, you'll want to submit and review your free application for federal student aid and scholarship applications. So just make sure that you have sent in that free application for federal student aid. Doing that helps you get a more accurate financial aid package back. And so financial aid packages are being sent now. And then it also helps us during orientation. After you enroll in classes, you're able to sign up for an Invest in You appointment, which is with a financial aid coordinator. And during that time, you really are able to connect with your financial aid coordinator, and they can kind of walk you through scholarships, bills, all of that. And then also fill out your scholarship application. So at UMKC, we have a lot of those automatic scholarships that you could get just by applying to UMKC. And it's usually your ACT, SAT, or GPA scores that we're looking at. But we also have scholarships that are within an academic unit. So let's say you're majoring in in the College of Arts and Sciences academic unit, they might have some scholarships available as well. And so you can fill out the scholarship application or just even look at it to see if you're eligible for any of those scholarships. You can find all of that on our financial aid website. So if you just go to umkc.edu and then you search financial aid, you'll be able to find it. Okay, apply for UMKC on-campus housing. So we definitely recommend that students live on campus. However, it is not a requirement for students. So if you live in the metro area and you do want to live on campus, you totally can. But if you don't, I would recommend living on campus. So we have lots of different options. We also have a UMKC housing session today. That you can learn more about the different residence halls. They talk a little bit more about what's included in the residence halls, just how you fill out a contract, all of that. So if you didn't sign up for the UMKC housing session, that's okay. We're recording all of our sessions and we're going to make a YouTube playlist, and we'll send that out to everyone in about a week or two with all of these different sessions. And we also have lots of different videos on UMKC housing, so we can definitely direct you to that if you're not able to go to the housing session today. But you'll have lots of opportunities to connect with housing and learn more about it as well. So definitely, I recommend starting that UMKC housing contract if you are living on campus. Okay, after that, accepting UMKC and paying the confirmation fee. So that is definitely the next step to signing up for orientation. So we need to know that you want to come to UMKC and you want to accept your offer. And for freshman students, that confirmation fee is $150, and that has your new student orientation fees and new student programming fees kind of all wrapped into it. So that's what that fee is. It's due by May 1st. So we really hope that you can get in your confirmation fee by May 1st. If for some reason you decide that UMKC is not the next place for you this upcoming fall, let us know before May 1st. If you let us know before May 1st, we can refund that fee. But after May 1st, we're not able to refund that $150 payment fee. For transfer students, the confirmation fee is $50, and that is also due by May 1st. And same goes for that. Let us know before May 1st if you're not planning to attend UMKC, but if you are, great. We hope you can get it in by May 1st, because those really are the next steps to signing up for a virtual orientation and registering for classes. To be able to do this, so to start this process, you'll want to go to your student status page to complete the process. And you'll just need your login information for your student status page. So the same login information you used for your application. Okay. Next thing, register for new student orientation. So we've been getting a lot of questions about that. Orientation time is coming. It's my favorite time of the year. It's a super fun time when students are able to connect with current students and really learn about everything that UMKC has to offer. So I want to go through the steps to new student orientation, because I know just with everything, it's a little different than it has been previously, and it looks a little bit different if you're looking at other universities too. So I just want to kind of walk through that process. Okay, so for first-time college students, so our freshman students, the first thing you'll want to do after you register for an orientation day, so that's the first thing, you'll accept that offer of admissions, then you'll register for a virtual orientation day. And so that's a day when you meet with our orientation team, your advising team, and some other great folks on campus. You'll meet with them virtually through Zoom. We get you a specialized agenda, all of that. So you'll want to register for one of those days in June. Before you attend the actual orientation session though, we'll want you to complete a pre-orientation module. So this is something that you do on your own time just before we have the orientation day. And we'll send you the orientation module via email in May. So we want to do it kind of right a couple weeks before we start our orientation season. And so during that, you'll go through just different resources on campus. You'll learn about financial aid, paying for school, learning about all of our different systems that we use. So it goes a lot more into depth about UMKC. So the orientation module is a great place that you can refer to all throughout the summer and also during your first semester at UMKC. After that, then you'll attend orientation. And so that's, again, that June date that you sign up for. And that's where you'll meet orientation leaders, current students, and also register for classes with an academic advisor. So you do not have to do that on your own. And then you'll want to schedule a financial aid appointment. And so we send you all the information to schedule a financial aid appointment after your orientation session. So it's important that it's after your orientation session because we want you to register for classes so you can have an accurate depiction of what your bill looks like. Okay, for transfer students, it's a little bit different. So for our transfer students, you'll want to, again, pay that confirmation fee. And then we have an optional step for you. And so that's registering for an orientation date. So that virtual orientation date that's over Zoom in June, that's optional for your students, but it's definitely recommended. We think it's a fun day where you can, again, connect with our campus and connect with our orientation leaders. The required part of orientation for transfer students is completing that orientation module. And so we will send you a link next week with the orientation module. So you'll want to complete that orientation module and then you can register for your classes. So right now, if you're a transfer student and you're committed, you can start advising with your advisors and get your classes all ready. And then once you've completed that orientation module on April 26th, you can register for classes. Okay, so those are really the main parts of orientation. So we know it's virtual this summer for the orientation session. However, we think it's still important that you're able to get to campus at some point. And so we are working with our campus and our team who is really monitoring the pandemic and our campus safety. And we're trying to figure out different ways to have students come to campus in July. So just again, make sure you're looking at your email, just staying up to date on all of our information so that you can connect with us when we have those opportunities open. So we're really hoping we can get our new students coming in for the fall 21 semester on campus in July to get a campus tour and just get connected with some of our different involvement opportunities. So just wanted to share a little bit about the orientation process. Right. Okay, and we also want to celebrate you. So Commitment Day is our new student celebration that we're having on campus. We're really excited to be able to host students on campus. Everyone should have received an email if you, I think we sent it out last week about Commitment Day. And so students just have to be confirmed and they can stop by campus during one of our time slots, pick up their new Roo sign, grab some other swag items that we're going to offer students, and then we will have these big marquee letters that say I Heart UMKC. So you'll get to snap a picture, and we're hoping that everyone will use those pictures to post on their social media, let everyone know that you're a future Roo, and we're just really excited to celebrate all of you. And so that's why we're hosting Commitment Day. So sign up for Commitment Day. One of my colleagues will post the Commitment Day registration for that. And if you have any questions about that, let us know. But we also want to let students know that every student will get a yard sign. So if you're in the Kansas City area, we'll most likely drop it off, or we'll have opportunities where you could possibly come pick it up on our campus outside of a Commitment Day. But if you're outside of the Kansas City area and you cannot make it to Commitment Day, we will definitely send you a future Roo or a welcome new Roo sign, and you can share your excitement for becoming a new Roo. Okay, so those are really the next steps for the day. Before we go into our campus tour with pictures of our campus and also our UMKC ambassadors, I just wanted to share a little bit about your next steps for the day. So right now we're going through our welcome, we're going to talk about our next steps, and then next we're going to do our virtual tour. After that, you'll want to connect with your academic units. So we just sent you another agenda. So we sent you one yesterday and we sent you one this morning. Use the one you just got this morning. We've updated those Zoom links. So we just want to make sure you're using the newest one because those are going to be the accurate Zoom links. Again, if you have questions, you can always go to the Roo Ready room, but definitely use that newest agenda. And you'll break out into your academic units. So whatever you're majored in, whatever you're planning to major in, you'll go to that academic unit. And then after that, we'll have 2 interest sessions. So we'll have an 11 a.m. Interest session that you gave us your top 3 and we tried to put you in your top 2. Some people might have gotten their 3rd choice, but we put you in your 2 interest sessions, so 1 and 2. And you'll just go to those at 11 and then 12. And then if you have any questions throughout, just check out the Roo Ready room. We have it's staffed with admissions professionals to help you with any questions you might have for the day. And I just want to remind students, we are going to post this day on our YouTube. So it's UMKC admissions. And we'll have all of those sessions posted for you. So if we miss something, you can watch it on YouTube. It'll take us a minute to get it all uploaded because we're recording today. So we'll send out an email or a text when those are posted. I also want to give you some tips for the day for Zoom. So I have my favorite picture of campus. It's the student union. So definitely if you have a virtual background that describes you or is a place that you really want to be, maybe like a picture of the beach or something, you can definitely do a virtual background. We love doing that. Make sure, so this is a webinar, but when you're going into your other sessions, those are meetings. So you will be able to connect with the presenter. You'll be able to connect with UMKC staff. So just make sure you have your preferred name on there so that our staff can talk to you by your preferred name and they can get to know you a little bit better. And then again, if you have questions about finding your next Zoom, you can go to the Roo Ready room. We love it when we see you on social media posting about us. So if you have a fun picture of your setting, maybe you're at school or something, or maybe you're at home, take a picture of your sessions or just take a picture of you Rooing up. It can be anything, but we just love to see we love engaging with our new future Roos. And so UMKC admissions Instagram, we'll try to repost you if you post something about future Roo Day today. Okay, and so that's it from me. I'm going to have our ambassadors introduce themselves, and they are going to share more about the campus. If you've taken a tour or you've done our virtual tour on campus or on our website, that's awesome. Unfortunately, our U-Visit, so that virtual tour that we have on our website, it takes up just a lot of my computer's energy. So we're going to do screenshots of those pictures, but our ambassadors will be describing all of these places. And so if you do want, after this, want to watch the 360 view, the virtual tour, you can go to our U-Visit page, and that you can just go to umkc.edu/visit to check out that virtual tour. So I just want to share that. But I'm so excited to introduce Hannah, Emily, and Michelle to the session. So do you guys just want to introduce yourselves and share a little bit about yourself, and then we can get on to the tour?
Yeah, sounds great. So as you can see, my name is Hannah Lively. I'm from Liberty, Missouri, which is about half an hour away from campus. I'm an elementary education major, so love teaching.
Hi, my name is Emily Lopez. I am from Kansas City, actually, and I am majoring in chemistry with minors in business and biology. So I am pre-dental.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm from Springfield, Missouri, about 3 hours south of here, and I am majoring in theater and history with a minor in women and gender studies.
All right, so the first stop on our tour is Schofield Hall. You can see that's the building right in front of us. It is one of the buildings in the quad. And it was actually the first building for UMKC. So that's where our library was, all of our classes were held, and all of our academic advising. So only gotten a lot bigger since then. And now it's where our academic advising is for College of Arts and Sciences. So next is the Student Union. This is where a lot of our stuff goes on. That's actually the same building that Annie had in her background. It's got our UMKC theater in the basement. It's got 4 dining locations: Chick-fil-A, Bowl, Baja Fresh, and Jasmine's Cafe. It also has our UMKC bookstore where you can buy textbooks and apparel, all kinds of school supplies that you might need. And it also has one of our offices, our Office of Student Involvement, which is who you want to talk to if you want to get involved. So we've got student organizations, sororities and fraternities, just all kinds of cool stuff going on with the Office of Student Involvement. Next is our Oak Street Residence Hall. And this is also the stuff I'm going to say about Oak Residence Hall also apply to Johnson Residence. So both of our residence halls have a 3-tiered security system. We have washers and dryers on site, which are included, so you don't have to lug around a bunch of quarters at a time, which is really convenient. And then as far as our room layout goes, you can see one of the models of the 4-person suite on the left. But our rooms include a micro fridge, which is just a combination of a microwave and a mini fridge, a bed, like a bed frame, a desk, a chair, and then a couple dressers. So you get plenty of furniture, and you're also welcome to bring your own stuff as well. Next is the James C. Olson Performing Arts Center. This is where all of our either practices or performs, and all of our conservatory performances free for students, so definitely check that out if you get a chance. They do an amazing job. And then it's all connected to our KC rep, which is a professor that students get discounts at as well, so definitely check that out. Next is our Swinney Recreation Center, which has our fitness center, which includes a free weight and, like, as you can see, machine weight as well. We have basketball courts, volleyball courts, a pool. It's an indoor-outdoor pool too, so in nice days in the summer, those windows actually move back and it becomes an outdoor pool, which is really, really cool. An indoor-outdoor track. We also have, as I said, the pool, a sauna and a steam room, as well as locker rooms and a front desk where you can check out anything that you might need from sports. So basketballs, towels, lockers, all different kinds of like sports equipment you can check out with us as well. We do also offer admittance for students to all of our at-home sporting events. And all of our, we have 14 D1 sports on campus, so we're definitely really high ranked. We do also offer intramural sports and some group fitness classes as well. And our group fitness classes are always free for students, so definitely check those out. Next is our fine arts building. One of the biggest things that I like to talk about with this is that it has our Gallery of Arts, which is free for students. So really cool place to go look at some beautiful art. Last one on my list is the Miller-Nichols Library. This building is kind of organized by sound level. So the basement is kind of the next level is conversation level. The second and third are whisper level again, and the fourth floor is completely silent. So really just depending on what you kind of need, where you need study, how you work best, you'll definitely find something for yourself at Miller-Nichols Library. We also have our computer printers here, and each student gets a printing quota of $42.50 to use. So we usually don't recommend buying your own printers and ink because you've already got a printing quota to use here, and it's and really easy to use. So make sure you use that when you get here. We also have some lecture halls and study spaces in the Learning Center side of Miller-Nichols, as well as some like individual and group study areas throughout the library. So that's kind of it.
Okay, this is Robert W. Plaster Hall. We like to call it Plaster Hall for short, or the engineering building. And this building is actually new to our campus. It just recently got finished getting built in fall of 2020, so this fall semester. And I didn't go in there until this semester, and it's a really good place to study, I discovered recently. And then this hall has virtual labs and drone flying labs, and then it has a stimulation lab as well. And then this is the virtual reality lab that I was talking about earlier, and it's really nice in there. This is Katz Hall and the School of Biological and Chemical Sciences. So if you're a biochem major or pre-health student, this is where you're going to spend a lot of your time. And it's a great place to study. It has study rooms as well, just like Miller-Nichols. And Katz Hall is actually for the architectural program. This is the quad. The quad is made up of 6 buildings. And if you can kind of see, it has like a little connection where all the halls connect, and then you can just walk. So especially if it gets cold in the winter, you can just walk around all those halls, and Annie's kind of pointing to them. And then it has Schofield Hall, Newcomb Hall, Royal Hall, which has one of the biggest lecture halls on campus. And on the top of Royal Hall, it actually has like where you can look through a telescope, and it's called Warco Observatory. In Royal Hall, there's also Einstein Bagels. So if you ever have an early class, you can get some coffee and bagels. And I know it's a favorite spot on campus too, to get some food. It also has Hag Hall. Oh yeah, this is where I was talking about. But it has Hag Hall. It has some classrooms, and then it has a women's center as well. And then it also connects to Flarsheim Hall and Plaster Hall.
All right, so this is our School of Education building and Grant Hall. So School of Education houses our education department. So all of the education department advising offices will be located down there. And then Grant Hall is where a lot of our conservatory advising offices are located. We also have a couple of stages and rehearsal spaces for conservatory students located in Grant Hall as well as our scene shop where we build all of our sets and things, and our prop room for our prop costume people. So Black Heritage Hall and the School of Law. Black Heritage, there's on the left side of the screen, and then the School of Law over there has our law library. It has where all of our law students go take their classes. And then Black Heritage Hall is where our School of Business is located. So there are 2 kind of School of Business buildings. Black Heritage Hall is one of those, and then Black Executive Hall is the other one. I think that's the next slide. Yep, there's Block Executive Hall. So you can see they are super cool. A lot of students choose to study in Block Executive Hall. Some of the classrooms are set up in a more conference style, so you can work on more group projects. And that's also where our Block Career Services is located. And a lot of our student organizations for specifically business students have office space in there as well. So up here is our health sciences campus. So when you are involved in any of the School of Dentistry, School of Medicine, Pharmacy, nursing, or health sciences, you'll take a couple of your classes up here on the health science campus. We do have a shuttle that runs from our Volker campus to the health science campus. And most of the classes in your first couple of years when you're in these programs will actually be down on Volker. So you won't have to worry about it too much. You can still walk the class from your residence hall. But as you go up in the program, you start to have more classes up on the health science campus, which is why that shuttle is really helpful and handy too. So this is kind of an inside look at some of our clinical training facilities. You can see in all of these health science programs, you get really hands-on experience and you get to get a lot of really great time working in the actual facilities instead of just in lecture halls. Here is a picture of the National World War I Memorial. So this is kind of a big landmark on Kansas City. It's a big, great photo op. You can see the skyline of Kansas City back in the background. And it's a really cool museum you can go into and check out. And they do a lot of cool events for like Veterans Day and things like that. This is the River Market. This is actually my favorite place in Kansas City to go. On the weekends, they have like a farmer's market. There's a lot of really great restaurants. There's good coffee shops, and it's a really cool, fun place to go. There is a shuttle that runs from the River Market to the downtown area that is free, so you can hop on that streetcar and check all of that out, especially during First Fridays, which is kind of like an art festival. It's usually a really busy time of year for the River Market. That's all I think we have. We'll give it away.
Yes, thank you. That was such a fun tour of campus with some screenshots and some pictures of our campus. Again, check out that UVisit so you can do the 360. It'll probably work better on your computer than ours. I'm going to put our ambassadors on the spot really quick. So sorry, ambassadors, but we have just a couple minutes. I just want to know why you chose UMKC. So what was the main reason that brought you to UMKC? A lot of our students who are tuning in right now are trying to make that decision. They might be looking at a couple different schools. So what set UMKC apart and what made you choose us?
I can go first. So I was looking at a couple different schools when I was like trying to make my decision. And my first visit was UMKC, and I didn't look at any other schools after that because I loved my visit so much. And I thought the people that I met were just so amazing. And I think that was the biggest thing about it, was that the people here are awesome. Because classes, I was like, yeah, I was excited about classes. I was nervous, but the people were what really stood out for me. And then as I started taking classes here, my professors like actually cared about me, what I face in the crowd. So it was really a cool experience to feel so valued. I think that was probably what stuck out the most to me.
I chose UMKC because of the resources it held, and like Hannah was saying, the professors like really care about you, and it's not just like you're not just like a face, you're literally someone in their class, and they care a lot about you. And I realized that before when I would tour UMKC a lot just because I did live in Kansas City, so it was kind of a decision if I wanted to stay in the state. But when I like did visit it, I did feel like that was like it was the place for me just because of like all the resources it held, and plus it has a really great dental reserves program.
So I chose UMKC because I really love Kansas City. And because we're in the city, I was able to get a lot of really great experiences in the actual city instead of just in my classrooms. I was able to make a lot of great connections. And also, it's not super far away from my mom, so I can still visit on the weekends, but it's far enough away that I was able to kind of make my own path and get out of my mom's house.
Awesome. So we know that so many of you students who are here with us today are trying to make that decision. And if you're wanting to connect with an ambassador, just one-on-one, one of our current students, we do have ambassador one-on-ones. And so that's when you can meet with an ambassador for about 30 minutes and just kind of talk about their experience at UMKC. We think that's a super helpful time to just talk with someone, understand their experience, get to know the campus from a student's eyes. So you can sign up for ambassador one-on-ones on our umkc.edu/visit page. And again, that's just a great way to virtually connect with our ambassadors. So thank you, Hannah, Emily, and Michelle for sharing more about the campus. We really appreciate it. And again, I just want to reiterate that we're really trying to get students back onto campus. We know we were so full this season. You know, we had limits on how many students we could have come to our welcome center. And so if you were able to see us this spring semester, that's great. But we really hope to get our new students who are coming for the fall 2021 semester on campus in June. And so, or July, sorry, July. June is virtual orientation. July is when we're going to try to get students on campus. And then if you are able to make it to commitment day, which is April 30th and May 1st, that's another great way to get to campus. We aren't offering campus tours, but we actually have a self-guided tour. It's an app, or you can actually find it on the website as well. The link to that is on our umkc.edu/visit. So, you know, thank you to my Janie and Rachel and Catherine for adding all these links. So helpful. But yes, you can find our self-guided tour there as well. And so that's a great way to, the commitment day is a great way to come to campus, take your picture, grab a yard sign and some more UMKC swag, and then take a self-guided tour. You can be on campus for as long as you want. So that's a great option as well. Okay, so some next steps for the rest of the day. Check your agenda. Rachel just added another reminder. Use the one we sent you this morning. That has the most updated links, and those are the ones that are gonna get you to your sessions. So go to your next sessions on your agenda. The next one is your academic unit session. And so that's based on whatever major you're coming in as. And then after that, right after your academic unit sessions, you'll go to your interest session. So go to interest session 1 during that time, and then interest session 2. Try not to mix those up because a lot of our interest sessions are only during that time frame. So just make sure you're going to your interest session 1 and interest session 2 at 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock. Again, make sure you're using the newest agenda. So we know that one we sent yesterday, the coding in the Zoom links got a little messed up. So use the most recent one. That one, the agenda that we just sent, that one will work. And if you're still having issues, go to the Roo Ready Room and we can help you out there. We just tested those Zoom links this morning and we thought they were working, but we can definitely try to help you get to your next spot in the Roo Ready Room. Okay, so that is it from UMKC admissions. You can always connect with us throughout the day at the Roo Ready Room, and we can definitely try to help you there. But if it looks like we might have some questions, so just meet us in the Roo Ready Room and we'll answer your questions. But thank you so much for joining us at Future Roo Days. It's such a fun day, and we love that we get to connect with you and get to connect with all of our different offices on campus. So enjoy the day and let us know if you have any questions throughout. Bye.